Hi. I've had a few people asking me what EFT is, and I thought the easiest thing to do would be to do a demo and just talk you through what my process is, so that you know what you would be expecting in a session with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick something small that I can tap on to show you the process. And I'll just kind of talk you through the various steps and the points and things, and you can see it working. So yeah, let me have a think and come up with something that I feel that I want to tap on. Okay, got something. So I had takeaway for dinner. I had Five Guys. It was delicious. It was absolutely delicious and I really enjoyed it. I had given myself permission today to have the day off of adulting because it's been an intense 7 weeks of summer holidays with the boys being at home, and I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit drained, and I needed to really invest some time in myself. And what I've experienced today is a much larger appetite than I've had for a while. And that is making me feel a little bit nervous that I might be kind of going back into old patterns as regards to food. I don't think I am. I think I'm just having a hungry day, and that's fine. But that's what's coming up for me to tap on. So that's what I'm going to use to show you what process is. So there are kind of 2 or 3 sections to EFT. One is the setup statement, which is when we describe the issue that we're going to work on. And then there's a routine of tapping that takes you through various points on your body. There's one here beside your eyebrow, one beside your eye, one underneath your eye, under your nose, on your chin, just here where 2 collarbones meet, under your arm, and on the top of your head. There are other points too that we can use in different situations, but that's the basic routine. So what I would do is I would create my setup statement, which is, even though I feel X, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So for me tonight, having just eaten a takeaway and having some feelings about that, even though I just had a takeaway for dinner, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I just had a takeaway for dinner, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I just had a takeaway for dinner, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And because I've been doing this for 20 years, I do deeply and completely love and accept myself. So that very quickly, what's coming up for me is that it's not the takeaway for dinner that's making me feel a bit. It's actually that getting takeaway for dinner made me feel lazy. So I'm going to start tapping through the points and talk about that and how it makes me feel. I had takeaway for dinner. That makes me feel lazy. I feel like I'm not a proper adult because I couldn't deal with shopping or getting dinner ready, and I just opted out of the whole process. Oh, that feels uncomfortable. I feel really uncomfortable. I feel really uncomfortable about being lazy. I feel really uncomfortable about being lazy. And I actually do feel really uncomfortable calling myself lazy like that. Oh, that feels bad. I don't like that. How that feels. This feeling of being lazy. This feeling of being lazy. And now I can hear myself, my self-chat has gone to lazy and greedy, which is interesting. This feeling of being lazy and greedy. This feeling of being lazy and greedy. I'm lazy and greedy. I had a takeaway for dinner, and that means that I'm lazy and greedy. Here it comes. I had a takeaway for dinner, which makes me lazy and greedy. And the yawn that you saw there was my body releasing that belief that having a takeaway for dinner makes me lazy and greedy, which is why you got a smile from me. And I feel a little bit teary now because I realise that I've been judging myself harshly, because after 7 weeks at home with 3 children and not a great deal of free time, managing an episode of, let's call it bipolar, all the stress of that, I can actually forgive myself for being lazy and getting a takeaway. I can absolutely forgive myself for that. Because I am actually really tired. So now I'm feeling tired. And what you've watched there is the peeling away of the upper layers of what I'm experiencing and drilling down into the kind of the nuts and bolts of exactly what's at the root of the surface feelings. And what's coming up is that I'm really tired. So I actually did myself a real favour by taking the emotional labour of dinner off the table, so to speak. Because I've had a busy day. Even though I am really tired, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am really tired, and this is how I feel just coming up now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am really tired, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I'm really tired. I'm really just so tired. I just needed dinner to be easy. I just needed dinner to be easy because I'm so tired. I just needed dinner to be easy because I was so tired. Oh. And every time I yawn, I'm releasing. And I can feel I'm still tired. I'm not going to tap away being tired. I'm going to rest because I'm tired. But the resistance to that rest is going. I feel like I could actually just go to bed and read a book. But I'm releasing all the time that I'm tapping here. Those yawns came with, I felt the back of my neck going pop, 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 as things released from in there that are associated with this tiredness. And I'm not very good at resting when I'm tired. I resist it. I want to work. And I want to I want to achieve everything right now, or yesterday preferably. And I'm trying to learn how to give myself a bit of grace and let myself rest and look after myself, because nobody can do everything all at once. So yeah, that's a little demo of emotional freedom technique, which some people hate the name. Some people think that it implies that you should be free from emotions, which is not the case, and I don't advocate for it at all. I think of it as to have freedom with your emotions, freedom to feel them, freedom to process them, freedom to let them go and let them do what they need to do, which is inform you of how to look after yourself well. And I started off with a small amount of guilt and judgment for having takeaway for dinner, and I've tapped through all the stuff that brought up to the point where I realised I am just tired. So with that in mind, I'm going to go and rest. I'm going to put my feet up in bed and I'm going to maybe read a really trashy romance novel. Chewing gum for the brain. That sounds like a nice thing to do for myself. The yawning is very unique to me. I do that all the time when I'm tapping. It's a release. Tapping also comes with various bodily things. I felt popping and clicking in the back of my neck there as things released. You might notice joints cracking if you move your body. You might burp, you might fart. I cough, particularly when I'm dealing with anger and rage. Any sign that your body is shifting energy is what you're looking for, and that's when you know that it's working, apart from the fact that you feel peaceful and you no longer judge yourself for getting a takeaway when you're shattered. So yeah, that's EFT in action. Sessions last an hour. Tap pretty much continuously for about 45 minutes of that, so it's quite an undertaking. And then we spend the last 15 minutes kind of mopping up anything that we've missed and checking in with you and making sure that you finish the session in a regulated and reasonably peaceful state. Give me a shout if you'd like to try it. Sessions are free at the moment whilst I'm a student, so get in there while there's still time, and I'll look forward to hearing from you.